to get the golem to attack that bird-masked figure. The bird-masked figure poofed away. Adrian and Cliff got teleported into a graveyard and battled a ghoul in there that was trying to bury them.
Very good ghoul. Good job on that guy. Really cool.
You guys managed to get out of that and managed to find the passageway downward, and also a shriveled, mummified hand that Adrian had identified as the hand of Vecca. And I believe she reported to you guys that to use the hand, you would have to literally cut off your hand and use it to replace your severed appendage. So, with that in mind, you guys are at the very top of the stairs that you just discovered. And what do you want to do?
Sorry to interrupt, Manny. Was I not over in the library? I seem to be on the...
Yeah,
oh, I forgot about that. Yes.
There were ghosts. Or something.
Yes. Spectral librarians, yes.
Shushing you.
Yes, I was being shushed. I remember that. I think I had some witticism back for them, but I can't remember what it was now, so...
Yeah. So, these specters are kind of floating around. They are occasionally, picking up books and putting them on the different shelves here. They definitely turn and peer at any sort of noise in this library. So Phoenix, what are you doing, Kim?
How are the books organized in this library?
Interesting. They seem to be organized somewhat randomly, but there does seem to be certain sections that have various related books in them. There's a section on mythology, and there is a large section on magical knowledge and spell casting. And there is a section on the various planes and powers and so forth in the worlds.
Would it be fair to call this Dravos's decimal system? Maybe?
That's Phoenix approved, pun level.
Oh dear.
I guess Phoenix would spend a bit of time looking about the library then, just kind of seeing if there's any particularly noteworthy or rare books. I guess I'd also whisper to the librarian, "Excuse me, how many am I allowed to take out at once?"
Phoenix, as you walk around this library, you accidentally bump into a statue, and it starts to tip over.
Oh, that's remarkably clumsy for me. Okay, I guess I'll push it back up. I mean, okay, Yeah, I guess I try and push the statue back.
Okay. Make a strength defy danger.
Sure thing.
Whoa, where'd you go?
Oh no. Oh man. Okay. Despite your best efforts, Phoenix, the statue clatters and breaks on the hard flagstones here of the library, and the specters will look up and peer out of bookcases around you, and start to swoop in with their long spectral claws, grabbing for you.
I've just kind of looked at him. Why are you going for me? It was him. I point to the statue. I didn't make any noise, I whispered. Technically true.
They're not going to be fooled by this, Phoenix. They're one of the specters' icy claws is gonna sink into your throat. And start to pull something out. What do you do?
Ooh,
Step away. I'm definitely not keen on. Yeah, not keen on letting them get that close. I didn't realise they were quite that close. So yeah, he backs up. Rusty, bit of a hand here. In fact, yeah, just kind of steps out onto the main bridge.
Okay.
Are they following?
No. But as you pull away from this specter, can you make a Constitution defy danger?
Sure thing.
All right. You're gonna feel a painful tugging in your throat as you back away from this specter that is assaulting you, and something glowing will appear in its claws for a moment, before you manage to break away.
Can I snatch that back before I leave? Because yeah, I'm not letting them just take something from me.
Yes, it snaps back in when you get a certain distance away from the specter. So you manage to get out of that without injury, but the specters don't seem to be interested in moving outside of the library, but they do kind of peer out of the door and narrow their eyes at you, Phoenix.
I step right towards them. Closer. Staring at them. Have they all kind of gathered in a spot then?
Yeah, they're all kind of gathered at the door.
Okay. I'm going to sacrifice all the water in this room to summon enough ethereal fire to cleanse them in a purification ritual.
hey now.
With my divine might. That's what I'm going to do. Blooming things he'd exercised. Let's see. Oh, have I not made the... I don't think I've made the... Watch the world burn macro yet. Give me a...
Okay. Yep. No rush. Adrian and Cliff, what are you guys doing while this is going on?
Do we hear this going on?
Uh,
Yeah.
oh, this is kind of going on.
I mean, not that we definitely were.
Yeah, I think not.
Okay. Well, we just got this hand. The staircase just opened up. Did we? What is this? Did we figure out what this was? It had a hint on it, right?
Yes, those were more passages or more verses from around the dungeon that helped you guys to open the door here.
Okay.
All right. Well, I promise this isn't a totally convenient thing for me to say because I was thinking it anyway. But where's Phoenix? Get going.
Say again?
Where's Phoenix, basically?
Oh. Well, I thought he was... Yeah, where is he?
I mean, we should be getting going down, but looks down. Go down this staircase? Is that a little bit ominous?
I would be very uncomfortable going down without everybody present.
Sure, yeah.
I suppose we should go fetch him. Yeah.
Hey! You got a staircase over here. I guess you found it, but
Yes, Phoenix originally found it. Yeah.
you got what you needed over there? And what is happening?
You can kind of see the glowing, dead faces of the specters kind of floating in the library door over there. Phoenix is doing some form of chanting and gesturing towards the library door there, and Rusty looks like he's contemplating jumping into the water.
Rusty,
Not a good
no.
plan, given there's about to be no water in this place.
Did you say that out loud, or is that?
No, out of character.
You made some friends?
All right,
Still
Phoenix,
channeling.
you hear off to the distance. Cliff and Adrian sort of poke their heads through the grate that you guys managed to open, and they peer down at you. What do you do, Phoenix?
I'm definitely going to be finishing up my purification rite first, and then I will speak to him, because I can't obviously interrupt the spell once it's begun.
Okay, and by purification you mean what is it? Burn the world?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you fireproof, Phoenix?
I mean,
Yes, you did say I was fireproof from the Phoenix Feathers.
Okay. Cliff and Adrian fireproof.
I don't think
No, which is
so.
exactly why I don't want them to show up here.
Okay, guys. You start to see a glow form around Phoenix, and in an instant, it expands into a massive, swirling cauldron of flame around him that rapidly expands outwards. Cliff and Adrian, you're getting toasty. What do you do here?
Back up the tunnel.
Adrian could probably aid.
I'm going to throw out spell defense. I believe. Because this worked once before, where I was able to...
Oh, counterspell?
either counterspell or spell defense. I don't think I've got an ongoing spell at the moment.
Okay.
Counterspell.
Sorry, guys, I need to step away just for a second because I think I've
Sure.
forgot for them.
I'm kind of frustrated over here, like just doing magic. Just wander over here.
Cliff, you were trying to run away?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Are you shape-shifting into something or just trying to run away as fast as possible?
I would just try.
Okay.
Yep. I'm going to throw up counterspell, since that doesn't
Okay.
require one that's ongoing.
Okay.
If I can
Go ahead
find it
and-
again, because I can't seem to. There it is. All right.
Alright, what spell did you stake on that?
I don't know. One of them.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and forget it. Yeah, I'll forget something like Unseen Servant.
Okay.
It's
good.
an easy one to not have to worry about.
Sure. When they prepared spells. Yeah. Okay. Adrian, the fire is expanding from Phoenix is going to kind of bend around you as you do this counter spell.
Actually, my thought more was that like a not ethereal, but some sort of grating will appear in front of this tunnel that we've opened. Sort of a. Actually, I wonder what is if it's Unseen Servant that I gave up. What is the chance that the Unseen Servant grabbed Rusty, and pulled him to act as a blast shield, and is now holding
that's
Rusty?
mean.
It is, but that's like my first thought. That's what I'm imagining. Is like Rusty's like being held in against the hole in the wall.
By the unseen. Well, really, the spell that you choose to sacrifice doesn't matter necessarily.
I know, but it seems a little more relevant that way.
Yeah. Sure, that can happen. Your unseen servant goes out, grabs Rusty in his morose sadness. No.
And I'm like, Rusty comes up and his back plasters against the hole in the wall, and I'm like backing away as he starts to heat up. And I'm at the same time like yelling at him, "See, you are useful."
Oh man, that's cruel.
Adrian, what are you doing? Why are you here? Phoenix says just as the world burns around him.
Okay, Phoenix. You see Rusty get plucked up to fill the hole that Adrian is standing in front of. Just as the whole world goes orange and yellow and red with the flames that you've conjured. Oh boy, okay. I'm gonna have to put flames down now. All the water evaporates, all the mushrooms, all the beautiful mushrooms get cooked.
Yeah.
The water was all gone beforehand, otherwise we'd all be steamed alive. That's part of the thing. I have to sacrifice something in order to allow it to happen, so I sacrificed the water. All of it was gone into the other plane.
Not much of a sacrifice, but okay.
I'm curious. What is the effect of all this steam? Where is it all going? Is it like...
As I say, there isn't any steam because it was sacrificed beforehand.
Oh, okay. I'm just imagining this entire fortress basically venting.
Congratulations, Phoenix. You burned an ancient library.
It shouldn't actually go over there. There's no any wind or that to carry it there.
What? There's all the wind from all the fire that you're making. It's expanding. Doesn't it say the flames get out of control?
Yep.
Sure, but I also said they're spread by spreading
Right.
and gusting where they are carried by wind and weather.
Right.
There isn't any wind or weather in here.
Yeah.
So
Not
here
any
sh-
oxygen either, I guess.
So here should definitely be all torched. The library should still be relatively okay.
So what the fuck were you trying to do? Sorry.
If I can control, I'm hoping that the ghosts who are all gathered right at the very start of it get hit by
Right.
holy fire and die. Because they are gathered right there. So they should be within the fire.
Okay. Only half the library burns.
Okay, I can live with that. I walk in.
Until the rest catches.
I
Well-
walk in and just basically help myself to the rest of the books.
Oh man.
So am I okay?
Cliff, yes. You between Adrian plucking up Rusty and you darting away, you managed to survive without too many singes to your furry little feet. Yeah. And meanwhile, the cavern is filled with flames. Okay. That was dramatic.
And how long does this last for? Do I know
Good.
how long this lasts for? Or...
Good
ahead.
question. Let's see.
Ugh. Because the issue here.
It doesn't say that they last any longer than normal flames, so
Okay.
I would
mean-
assume that once they run out of something to burn, they would extinguish themselves.
And I would imagine the cavern doesn't have very many flammable items.
No, so this is going to go out eventually. Yeah, after a couple moments or so. Let me just make these gray so that we know they're not actively burning, but there's no more water there. Does that work? Yeah.
A little better.
So amongst the hall for the library, anything particularly interesting?
Ugh, no, not green. I gotta get my color right, Phoenix. Hang on. Gotta get
Okay.
my color right.
I mean, we can just know that it's not so.
Okay. Okay, in the remainder of the library, yes. The section that was furthest in was the sections devoted to the various planes and realms of the cosmos. And of particular note here is a book that has to do with the with the various realms in the cosmos. And these are, for example, the demon realm, or the fairy realm, or the angelic realm. And it explains how these realms actually come into being. The realms are actually, once upon a time, were worlds themselves, but they have been so aligned with one or another of the planes that they have transcended, in a sense, their worldly status and become mythical realms.
Okay. Then yeah, once I've managed to gather them all up and the fires have died down, I'll make my way back to the.
Okay. Rusty has perished in the flames.
What? No.
What? Really? Are they that powerful?
Yes. I mean, you also, yes, they are. Yes.
Oh, I feel terrible.
Oh, wow, I could solve this entire. Do you guys want me to destroy the entire base?
What is happening?
I'm not
out
joking.
here?
That I can make that fire affect up to an entire village in size. I could burn this entire place to the ground.
Was
One
this
roll.
Rusty?
That was Rusty.
Oh, I did not think it was that powerful.
What the hell did you do out here?
Sorry, I
Cleansing
didn't.
ritual.
Oh wow.
Also, somebody glares at Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
Decided to sacrifice Rusty.
I mean, I
What
didn't.
about all of this? Was that Adrian?
Cleansing
No.
ritual. I told you.
Why did you do this?
I had to kill some ghosts.
You had to kill them? They're dead.
They tried to suck out my soul.
Is this the kind of footprint you leave every place you go?
No, normally this is Adrian. This is a new ability on me. I didn't even know I could do it.
Wow. I'm kind of dumbfounded too. I'm like,
The tail feathers aren't just for show. He fluffs them up.
Phoenix, having done this once, the tattoo of a flame on your hand will flicker and start to glow eagerly.
Just looking around at this place, there's like nothing, right?
There is a bunch of desiccated fishes and some dried out caverns down at the bottom and shriveled up mushrooms. Yeah, there's not much that survived Phoenix's devastation.
Goddamn.
the bridge itself is just this two charred ends protruding into the room from either side.
Yeah, the rock bridge has cracked, and yeah, there's just two charred stubs there. It's a mess. Smoke is still lingering in the air. Charred fish bones on the bottom of the lake here.
And a massive pool of like melted down steel, iron
and steel and gears. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
Let's look at this place for a little while. Is there even like any water down the tunnels?
Um,
Not really.
there, maybe if you want to go in there and peer around, there might be a little bit left. What are you looking for?
No, not really.
I wonder if those weird skeletal fish survived.
I very much doubt it.
Because that means we could go down that tunnel and then crawl down the vertical shaft in the previous room. I mean, if other than the fact that we've also got a staircase leading somewhere.
All the books taken from here.
Yeah, everything's looted.
I'm just looking shocked.
Try something here. What in character? What do I know about golems? What's the process that goes about it creating something like that?
From your bardic lore, you would know that the process of creating a golem takes about a dedicated year of magical effort to enchant everything and craft all the materials necessary.
Okay. Does the golem have a soul?
No.
Right. Okay. And so it doesn't really function as if it was a.
Right. As if golem is ancient enough, it can pick up like some idiosyncrasies. But they're not. Yeah, they're not truly have a soul or alive.
So I wouldn't be able to use a phoenix feather to get Rusty back. No.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Well, feeling somewhat partially responsible for his demise, I kind of ponder the idea of like taking this, what would you call it, an ingot, and taking it back to the ship and letting someone kind of like forge and stamp out pieces and stuff as we're
Mixed up with it.
like just begin making him again, and then later when I've got some time and a place of like a ritual place I can work on like imbuing it.
I think it's just noise kind of one way towards Adrian. Actually, yeah, there's something else I want to check. See the statue that fell over? Was it magical or anything like that? How did it just suddenly get in my way?
The statue, right. The statue that you knocked over, it looks to be of a horrible hag that is baring her teeth and has like one hand outstretched in a claw. It seems to be of historic significance, but you can't tell from a glance who this might be.
Okay. Does it seem magical at all?
It seems old and particularly well worn, but doesn't appear to be magical.
Hey, Cliff, give me a hand with this whilst Adrian's busy. How big a drop would you say it is down into the water? Well, down into the floor below, away down there, from the edge or something like that?
It's a couple 100 feet at least.
Oh yeah, definitely doing this then. Hey, Cliff, give me a hand. And he starts shoving the statue out.
I'm gonna stand and watch him while he works. What are you doing?
Getting a bit of vengeance. Now help me out.
We'll watch him.
Okay, Phoenix, come on, you can do it. Get a roll with 12 and you can move that statue.
Cliff, help me out here. Come on. We're not going anywhere until I destroy this statue. It's some kind of early warning system.
It doesn't seem to be right. I'm gonna sit down over here, pick through the remains of the mushroom.
Adrian, your pieces of metal and stuff that you're collecting from Rusty, you can collect it, but it has a 3 weight on it. So if you have the capacity to carry that, you can.
Okay. I'll look.
Okay.
Gotta get rid of something then.
I'll take one. I'll take some of that weight up.
Okay.
I have a
You
little
can,
bit of-
yeah, you can split it up. It's
I'll
enough
help
to.
with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 2 weight left.
Oh, and I've got 1.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Can we split it up?
I believe so.
Well, or I can just take something of yours that is 2 weight.
True. I've got this bag of books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
How are you guys? Sometimes you were like creating a path for your character to walk through.
Oh, it's this Z key, I think. As you drag it, you hit the Z key, and it sets a.
I think it's space, isn't it?
It used to be space. They said they changed it.
Oh,
if
they
I
did.
press Z, I
Yeah.
see a big version of my token. It's also cool, but
Oh. It says, Q button. The Q key. It just sets this path.
So it does. That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, Phoenix.
All right. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
is it working? It doesn't seem to be working.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Everybody else sees it.
Yeah, everybody else sees it once you've actually started moving. So,
I do not seem to have enough space in my inventory for this thing.
So can we split up your weight?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think so.
It's little pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, with one of these, or 1/3 of him, I'm maxed out, so.
All right. So I'll take. I can take 2 weight.
5, 6, 7. Yep, I'm good to go.
all right. Phoenix, if you want to roll this statue in, it's going to take a roll of 12 to get it in.
Okay, Phoenix isn't moving until he gets that 12, so you want me to just keep rolling until it happens, or can we just assume that in what is the odds? 36 hours he manages it.
No, give it a roll.
Okay.
Phoenix is stubborn, huh?
Oh, so very stubborn. Yes.
All right. So Phoenix, as you're laboring to get this statue into the abyss here, everyone is going to hear, "Where's the hand of Vecca?" And footsteps start to come down the corridor. What do you guys do?
No.
Which corridor?
The one where you guys came from. The one where Rusty was.
Uh-huh.
Oh man. Give it another try here, Phoenix.
I'm gonna go over to Phoenix. Somebody's coming. Look over at Adrian. What's Adrian doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny. If I had a bear pushing this, I bet it would already be done.
I sense the whoever's in the cave or in the tunnel. Oh, bird person.
Stepping over the cooling remains of the last remnants of Rusty stuck to the grating here is bird person.
I'll step out. Adrian hiding.
The figure will immediately spot anyone who's in this area. Is that Cliff and Adrian?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. The figure will cry out that there's been intruders. Stop or you'll be punished even more.
I don't think we've been punished at all, I remark.
You will be punished when we catch you. But if you make it easier on us, we can go easier on you. Bargaining. Yeah.
I finish picking up little bits of pieces of iron and like bundling them up and slinging the whole thing over one shoulder as I glare up at the guy.
Look, this isn't exactly the best introduction I've ever gotten. Who are you? What are you doing here? We don't know who you are.
Me? You have not heard of me? What are you doing here if you haven't heard of me? I am Sabriel, the lieutenant of Vecca. And I maintain this place.
Well, looks like you could do a little more maintaining. Looking around at all of this.
I also punish anyone foolish enough to come in here and alert the defenses and so forth.
We've done more than just coming in here and setting off defenses. I smile a little bit and glance back at the complete and utter devastation of the cavern.
Where is the hand of Vecca? It was in that room, and now it is gone. Hand it over.
I don't know exactly what that is talking about, but if you hear about the state of this room, I have to agree it could use a little touch up. I know. Is that
The figure will sniff the air. And is the library burning? Did you destroy 1,000 years of research and notes?
Hey, look, I'm not happy about it either.
Yeah. This hand, it's just basically laying there on the floor.
I'm assuming one of you picked it up.
Yeah, I thought we were like wrapped it.
Oh yeah, we were gonna put it like on a pedestal and like have a huge grand time with it.
We're gonna take the pedestal.
Oh right, Adrian, you had your magic servant carrying it around for you.
Well, the magic servant dropped it and grabbed Rusty. So,
But I kind of assume that somebody picked it up. It's not just like laying around. Hopefully.
Did it survive the flame?
I wouldn't have.
Yeah, would it have survived?
I think so.
Given that the unseen servant dropped the pedestal, grabbed Rusty.
Not the pedestal. Isn't the pedestal made of stone?
It is.
Yeah.
Big stone pedestal.
So dropped the hand, grabbed Rusty, brought him over. Yeah, it survived.
So maybe the hand survived, but is kind of worse for wear. Maybe the fingernails are actually charred now. If it could survive that kind of firestorm, I'm kind of surprised.
Rusty did block a lot of it.
Yeah. So I wouldn't have picked it up, and it's
But Rusty would only block it over here. The hand would be like over there somewhere, wherever it grabbed Rusty originally.
Yeah. Or back in the tunnel if it dropped it first.
Yeah.
So it means that the guy is like in the same vicinity. He could just reach over and pick it up.
Or it would have tumbled down the edge to what was the lake.
I'm willing to take that option because making sure he doesn't get it back is kind of a big deal, I think.
Okay, Phoenix, you want to try and use the staff?
Sure.
Okay.
And I think, if I remember rightly, I still have that intelligence one to carry over, so that'll be a 10. Zoop.
Okay. You managed to you managed to get the statue to the portal over the edge of this abyss here, and it drops out of sight. However, the bird mask person is going to perk up at that display of magical power and peer in your direction, Phoenix, and say, "And what do you have over there? My goodness, that is a powerful light."
I will take the opportunity of his distraction to kind of like kick gravel and stuff over the hand to make sure he can't see it.
Okay.
Phoenix ignores him, utterly content to just watch it fall hundreds of feet and waiting for the shatter.
The bird-headed figure will gesture, and Phoenix, you will feel something start to tug at your staff hard, as if it's trying to pull it out of your hands.
I'm teleporting away.
Where to?
Honestly, I think back on the airship for the time being.
What?
No, hear me out, guys. Hear me out, okay? Phoenix has no idea he could do that. he just had an inkling that these ghosts had to be purified. Used it, killed Rusty, a good friend of his. His team doesn't give a shit, doesn't want to help him out, and now he's about to lose the momentum his best friend died for. Why the fuck would he stick around? So Phoenix will just go, nope, out of here, bye, teleport. He can always come back, but I think he's probably going to need some time to grieve over this, because he felt a power inside of him, and it's not a good or safe power. So yeah, I think just retreating is pretty safe and in character for him. Genuinely.
No, that's fair. That's definitely fair. Wow.
Okay, Phoenix, you managed to summon a portal around yourself and managed to make it back through the ether and to the airship. The staff is glowing in your hands. It wants to use its power more. It wants more flames and more destruction and more elemental power brought to this place.
Shut up, staff. I need a drink. And he kind of just stores it away and grabs his alcohol stash to go to the spot him and Silver used to drink at.
Poor Silver.
Alright.
So are we just standing awkwardly with this guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. The bird masked figure will glare as Phoenix evaporates into shadows. And then we'll turn back to the two of you once again. The figure will cast a hand towards in your direction, and any magical items that you have begin to glow with a light through any sort of obstructing clothing or what have you.
Are antidotes magic? That's the only thing I have.
So, Adrian, do you have anything magical on you?
I probably do. Of course I do. Like, my entire staff, spell book.
Okay. Well, Cliff, the remains of Rusty that you have are going to glow, as well as one of your short swords that you picked up. Adrian, let's see your items. Yeah, I would say your staff is glowing a little bit.
I mean, depending on how magic these mushrooms are, I do have one of them.
And Adrian, if you have a piece of Rusty, that is also glowing faintly.
Yep.
But
do I know what's causing it?
Let's see. Yes, you would know that the figure cast detect magic on the two of you to see what you were holding more carefully.
Oh, got it. Yeah, that's not good. I'd almost be tempted to cast counterspell again.
I'm looking at this short sword, like, whoa, that's interesting. Did you do this? Ask it, talking to this guy.
The figure is not in a very talkative mood about the sword in particular, but he will kind of glance around, very irritated, and say, "Where is the hand?"
I don't know what this hand is. We're not here for any hand.
Given that all of our magical stuff is glowing, would I expect the hand to also be glowing? And why is it not?
This is covered in
Right.
dirt, but
It's pretty interesting dirt if it can hide stuff, something like that.
yeah.
No, it actually is glowing, but it is glowing, but for some reason the figure hasn't quite noticed it just yet. So you can kind of like peer down and see that it is glowing, but like there's just enough cover that the figure hasn't quite noticed it yet.
I got my hands up and coming over. I'm like, look, we're just travelers. Big place. And you got business around here. I'm as disturbed as you are by the state of this place, but I promise me and my friend here had nothing to do with it.
This is not a tourist spot. This is an active magical laboratory and world-dominating station. I mean, this is you can't just come here.
You sound like a busy man. That's a lot. I can't imagine having that much on my plate. I'm gonna slowly get out my little pipe and a little leather sack. You seem like you use a little break. You have a mouth under there?
How rude.
No disrespect. I you know. I don't know how you.
Yes, I do.
All right. I want to get out of this place. Making me sad. Can I walk past him slowly and carefully?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly walk down this way. I would like to get him out of this cavern where the hand is. Slowly, and I'll say as I'm going down here. Now, what's this hand you're looking for?
Cliff, make a parlay with this figure.
All right, I'm not terrible at that. Okay. What concrete assurance would have I made a concrete assurance yet, or
No, not yet. Okay, the figure will accompany you down that corridor. If once you get there that you just sit down and don't move.
yes, I will. I'll sit right over here in the corner.
Okay, you manage to distract the figure from the hand in the dirt.
When
Figure
he
comes.
Yeah, when he comes out here, I'm gonna offer the pipe to him.
Okay. The figure removes the mask so that it can suck on the pipe. And a beautiful female vampire is revealed under the mask. And she takes a puff of the pipe and just relaxes. Okay. So having taken a whiff of the pipe,
I think I joked that it was weed before. It's tobacco, but it's like good. It's the good shit. It's like good.
Good,
Like
good,
tobacco.
good. Yeah. Okay. Having shared this herb with the vampire, you get like +1 or +2 to.
Yeah, +1 to parlay,
Okay, +1 to parlay.
which I guess would have been nice a second ago, but it could still be useful.
Yeah, well, yeah, there was a 1 parlay to get her into this room, and
Yeah.
further parlays would be +1. Okay, Adrian. Cliff has managed to seduce the figure into the shadows. What do you do here?
Right. What am I doing? I would just pick up this hand and kind of like I am going to try to shroud the hand in some sort of counter magic to try to hide it from view, because the figure obviously knows how to detect it. And carefully, I would love to be able to kind of like wrap it in something to carry it around, but also hide it from magical view as well.
Okay,
So I'm not sure if that's just another counter spell or something else.
Well, you have those bits and pieces of rusty that you've been collecting. You might be able to stuff it in there and kind of bundle it up together.
That's
collectively.
dishonoring. That's dishonorable.
Okay.
I mean, oh boy, I just had a
It has
thought.
an evil Rusty when he.
We have the way we were supposed to use this was to replace our own hand. What if I were to remove Rusty's hand and put this in its place?
I don't think Rusty has an arm.
Well, he obviously doesn't now, but
Right.
So your idea is
To empower this like 0.1-year-old being. You want to give a toddler a gun.
I mean, what harm
He
would that
wants to
be?
bring a toddler back to life by giving it a gun, which seems like a not totally horrendous idea.
Right.
Like, yes, there's a risk of him using the gun, but the alternative is a grave for a child. Which is kind of, yeah.
Okay, Adrian. You can find the burnt off remains of Rusty's arm.
Mm-hmm.
Carefully detach the hand and plunk the hand of Vecca in place.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. And I don't know what's happening now. I'm readying like 5 other counter spells just to make sure nothing terrible. I'm willing to stake every single one of my prepared spells on this thing.
Oh, hold on now. We might be getting into something here. I don't know how this is gonna go.
Okay, Adrian. You carefully push the mummified wrist against Rusty's wrist, and the two things fuse together so that you can't really tell where one starts and the other begins.
Mm-hmm.
And in the other room, Cliff, you're going to see the beautiful Sabriel perk up and cough all of a sudden as she feels something shift somewhere else in the dungeon.
Oh, sorry. Have you had this before? It's just tobacco, I promise. It's just a little strong.
No, I could have sworn I felt something out there.
Hey, I know.
Change.
That's what everyone says. First time.
Make another parlay, Cliff, to convince her.
Yeah, +1. 6.
Oh man.
Curious.
Okay, Adrian,
Yeah.
you can try to cast a counter spell here to try and boost Cliff's deception just a little bit here.
I
You can
mean,
try and.
Oh, it helped, yeah.
I would imagine just to resolve how this is working, because I'm over here and you're down in here, completely kind of out of touch.
Just to make the feeling go away, I guess.
I would imagine I would have felt the shift in magic as well, and I'm like, oh boy, this might alert somebody. So yeah, I will run a counter spell again.
Okay.
And what am I getting? Giving up countered. It protects only me.
But
Okay.
does it succeed in
Alright.
helping me?
We
Can
can,
I get a +1?
yeah, we can say that you can somewhat counter this resonance going out, Adrian.
Mhm.
So
I have
yeah.
a question.
Uh-huh.
If I get assisted and it brings a 6 up to a 7, do I lose the experience point?
Yeah.
Okay. Just curious, just for my, because I marked down experience right away, so
Okay.
yeah, that's
Interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say if you get assisted up to 7, that
okay.
it's not technically something really bad happening to you. So, okay. Whew. Okay. Phoenix, meanwhile, you are back on the airship, right?
Yeah.
Hosting a drink to Rusty. At
Silver, actually. That's silver, I think.
Silver.
So, Rusty can be toasted as well on the second class.
Okay. You are going to see, you are going to be interrupted at the end, near the end of your contemplation, by your good navigator Boffin, who comes up to you and says, "Sir, I think we've been spotted."
How did you even know I was here?
Oh.
Felix just kind of stares at me incredulously. I mean, this is the crow's nest. It's like, what?
Well, you stopped and got a beer, remember? And the cook saw you
from
come
my
in.
private stash.
Oh!
Are you stalking me, Boffin? You weirdo.
Well, I have to know where you guys are.
Here's a hint. If a guy teleports in, grabs some alcohol, and goes away to a private space, he wants to be alone. Okay, what's the issue?
Boffin will point down to the distance where there's a crew of a mixture of skeletons and globe-headed figures off in the distance that seem to have spotted the Nautilus in its little nook of this station here, and appear to be getting reinforcements.
Where did they come from? Not my end.
Sorry, that's me.
That's alright, mate.
Yeah, so, they came from over the horizon of where you guys are currently. Go away.
Okay, guys. I guess get ready to head out. Prepare the ship for sail. I can always teleport the other guys back here once they're finished.
So we're just gonna hover outside.
Yeah, just.
Sorry.
What is this?
Okay, let me just take this real quick.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no problem. No problem.
Hello? Hello? Yes?
Server mute. There we go. Forgot I had that.
So I just want to make sure, were you at all kind of annoyed by me not helping you with the statue, Phoenix? I know your character's realized.
Yeah, a little bit, man.
Alright. I was trying to play into, like, my character was frustrated by the like, you know, this little ecosystem pocket kind of being destroyed.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
And I yeah.
Honestly, I'm really quite gutted about Rusty because obviously
Yeah.
it wasn't a failed role.
No.
So killing a character like that, I mean, I'm just feeling shit. I was expecting to lose some of the library, absolutely, but
Yeah.
I didn't expect Rusty over us. I mean, I rolled a 9, man. I was all but a success.
Yeah. It's
Single aid would have
a
been
shame,
enough, but
especially because, I mean, yeah, I don't know that it doesn't make sense, but I don't want to blame anybody either. It's tough when something or somebody dies, not because of a bad roll and not necessarily because of catastrophically poor decisions on the player's part, but just like the players make certain decisions that aren't terrible, but like do result logically.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't a great call to use the fire there, certainly,
Sure.
but I wanted to roleplay it as Phoenix just getting this feeling.
Yeah,
because,
no,
as I say, it hadn't been explored yet. I've had the power for a few sessions, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to see what it does. You know, if you take a move.
My character might remand you just a little bit, like I'll be saying things like that was a damn waste, and like that was extremely reckless, and like what kind of footprint are you leaving behind? But I don't think that you made a poor.
I'm back, guys. Sorry.
Oh.
Thank you. Okay, so Boffin will order the ship's anchors brought back in, and the airship will drift away from this big structure that you guys are exploring around in.
That's worrisome.
And
How far away?
yeah, how
I
far
was
away?
thinking to probably head back, given we know for a fact the teleport works across dimensions. I don't think distance is an issue with it. So, given that I know where I'm going, and I've already teleported in the past to Snowball's location, just for knowing it, I figure I can teleport to Adrian or Cliff's location
Okay.
if need be, and bring them back that way. And it also means these guys aren't at risk from being, brutally slaughtered, because we don't exactly have a great crew at the minute.
Yep.
I'm over here with, what was their name again?
Sabriel.
Do I know that?
Yeah, she said her name was Sabriel.
Okay, alright. Alright. not to force the camera over.
No, that's fine. But
Yeah,
Sabriel will actually be kind of musing about that staff that she felt Phoenix have and use.
Musing silently. I'll so you think about that cavern?
That was scary. Yes, we've never had intruders that did quite that much damage before. And
how long has that place been there? This whole place. Forgive my ignorance. Is this a world? I mean, it seemed so manufactured. It seemed like a fortress, but seeing a cavern underground with fascinating wildlife. Quite a shock. It's a shame it had to.
Yes. It's somewhat complicated. See, Vecca, way back when, went to a very obscure world off in far from her home world. She brought me with her, so I've been with her for a very long time, and on that world we set up this underground lair, this fortress, this magnificent palace of learning and wisdom and knowledge and arcane ability, and we use it as a school, as you saw our library, which got burned. And
big puff. If she's handed me back the pipe, I assume we're passing.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. And it was also a research place for Vecca. She was working on an experiment back then to try and bring that world, or to elevate that world into a realm of some sort, some dark and mysterious realm. And her efforts that time caused that world to splinter into pieces. However, this cavern and this fortress, this dungeon, managed to survive and has been kind of slowly drifting through space ever since. And we've managed to expand this fragment of rock into the massive station that you see outside, and we're going to succeed this time.
I'll sit over here and leave some room over here if she wants to sit. Easier to pass the pipe. I'm not going to say anything like that. I'm not going to gesture like, oh, sit down. I'll just room. But yeah. Imagine there were a lot more like that world. Grand creation, gesturing around to the walls.
Oh, yeah. Sacrifices have to be made for progress.
I'll just look over at her. She's a vampire. Yes.
Yeah.
Am I so like? I'll look over. I can see that. How long have you worked here?
Oh boy. Well, it's been quite some time. Couple hundred years initially when we set this place up and were doing research and slaying adventurers that were coming in, and then since then it's just been drifting through space for 1,000 years or so. A long time.
Imagine it's tough sometimes.
Oh, I do miss the breeze sometimes. I mean, I do get out occasionally, but don't get out a lot.
Last time you saw the sun rise and set. We just start talking about like, do I have some familiarity with vampires, like that they can't be in sunlight or something like that?
You can make a spout roll.
Okay, because I'm trying to dance around it a little bit, but just basically just. Well, no, never. When's the last time you had our lecture? So I don't say that. Yes.
But yeah, you might mention the sun in passing, and a spasm of distaste will flicker over her features, and she will say that you're not going to put up a fight now, and we're going to be able to continue with our plan, right? You're not going to do anything rash? You're just going to sit there?
I don't do anything rash. I don't know. I don't plan on fighting. Not in. Take a big puff. I haven't done much fighting. Never really thought that was the way to go. Looking at people fighting left and right, it's all hopeless, isn't it? Kind of half goes. I'll just start giving my like kind of fatalist speech about how like everything's terrible and war is pointless, and life is meaningless and stuff. Just start going into that. Have you guys seen, I'm sure you probably have, it's not like, but Princess Mononoke, maybe Porco Rosso, some of the more introspective Ghibli or Miyazaki. That's kind of a bit of the worldview I'm thinking of with Cliff, where like when Miyazaki makes a movie that's kind of like, the world doesn't deserve to exist, kind of, just the more wistful. Yeah, I feel like a big pull for Cliff's personality is the grimmer Miyazaki movies, where there's a lot of charm and a lot of love of life, but also kind of a deep existential despair.
Interesting.
The vampire will definitely sort of be kind of on that same sort of vibe, Cliff. Adrian, let's flicker over to you. You've managed to get the hand attached to Rusty's mangled and this twisted arm here.
Yep.
What are you going to do with it now?
I'm just imagining. I thought nothing happens. I would say I would probably just pick up the remains of what I've got and I'm actually going to do a detect magic on this, just to see if it's like camouflaged enough.
Sure. That's a cantrip for you, right?
I think so. Yep, it is.
Okay. Alright. So, in this particular case, you're proficient enough to just do it. And the arm itself and the hand is glowing more brightly than the rest of the pieces. But if they're all collectively together, it is somewhat effectively camouflaged, as long as something's not looking too closely. And on your detect magic, you can tell that one of the enchantments bound up in this hand is the ability to animate dead.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. Animate. Alright. I'm going to leave that alone for now. And instead, I will drag the entire bundle of pieces of iron back up to the grate and crawl up into the hallway with it.
Okay. Alrighty. So you're like Chewbacca with C-3PO on his back.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. With one arm grafted to a mummified hand.
Yep.
Okay. Alright. So Cliff, you were gonna get your musings on life and so forth are going to get Sabriel in kind of a philosophical mood, and she's going to say that, that's what Vecca's goal is to make a realm where to influence those sad moments, those negative moments. We have such plans for a realm of dark music, sort of enchantments and beings that just want to promote that sort of sadness and despair.
That don't sound much different. Again, no disrespect, but I don't see how that's any different from. I mean, people are still gonna want to be happy. People are still gonna make each other sad. People are still gonna want power. I don't know. It sounds a lot like same old. I'm hoping that I'm getting to the point now where I can be a little bit more open. Like that, I wouldn't have said something that directly negative about Vecca so early on. But
Sure.
Maybe we're getting to that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What further things are you looking to ask, Cliff?
I don't know that I'm looking to ask, but are they an elf or a human? Or...
It does look like once upon a time she was an elf. Yes.
Yeah, no, I don't have any questions I need answers. I'm just trying to stay alive, not yeah. I don't know. I mean, my main goal was to get her out of here, and then I'm here, and I'm kind of scared that I'm gonna die, but now and that was partly, but it's just like, all right, we sit down and we'll just talking, and now we're just kind of in that cycle, and I don't know. I feel like we're just gonna keep going until I'm out of pipe. Or she gets called off to do something else, or we hear an insane metal racket coming down this hallway. In which case, I'll look kind of annoyed down the hall and just kind of gesture down there and like, I don't know what that is.
Okay, Adrian, you come to the turn in the corridor here and see Cliff and a vampire lady conversing and passing a pipe. What do you do?
Do I recognize him?
You recognize Cliff, yeah.
Do I recognize Set, whatever her name is?
Interesting.
I know, I'm dredging up potential storyline, backstory things that I really haven't put much thought into at this point.
You probably would have met Sabriel in passing. Yeah,
Okay.
she was introduced as a distant, as an old friend of Vecca's. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Is she sitting at the point?
Yes.
Also, I'm gonna say I'm heading Snowball, who is not on fire, and
Did you guys bring Snowball with you into the dungeon? I forget.
we did.
Yeah, Snowball would be with me and dead.
How about I was having a conversation with Snowball for a little bit? We can talk. We
But
can hang out.
I wouldn't let Snowball away from me.
Yeah.
Snowball's my cat.
Well, maybe Snowball was pretty. I mean, you didn't die in the fire. How about you?
Phoenix.
I would have said Snowball would have died. That would just be my take, because there's no reason for me not to have kept Snowball with me at all times. And well, I think the shield, fire shield, or whatever it is, would protect items and things like that on my person, because otherwise I'd be naked pretty much all the time. I don't know if it would keep something living and breathing alive. That would be up to you.
I'm gonna say no. Yeah. Oh man.
He's going to go on a crusade when he comes back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that in your flight from that room, Phoenix, you dislodged a cat skeleton that was clinging to your leg.
Wait, I don't even get to. Oh, damn. I did have a message about having our charge remains. Or have I lost?
Right. Yeah, that's why I said the thing about Snowball with me, because I read charge hands.
I mean, it's fine if they're just not doing. I'll pick them up when I get back. Give the poor kitty a wee barrel.
I don't want Snowball to die.
Snowball is a living creature, so I could use a tail feather to bring them back, in fairness.
True.
So, not very dead. And it's just he hasn't got to that point in the grieving process yet to be able to use it. Oh crap. No, that wouldn't work, actually. Because over the same reason we couldn't res silver. Holy Phoenix Fire doesn't let you res things. Oh, fuck. Well, on the plus side, I'm a god now, so I can go and visit them in the other world. And have an amulet speak dead, so we can still chat. Go cat.
True. No. As talkative as a cat will be. Okay.
So yeah, I would say I kind of just walk into the room
Okay.
in the middle of this conversation, quietly
Raise the
glance
pipe,
over.
breathing kind of gesture.
Uh-huh. I got the hint. You've been kind of subduing our...
Mhm.
Hey, no, nothing like that.
I
Making a
will.
new friend.
Okay. I look over at Sabriel, and my eyebrow goes up. Like, ooh, I recognize you. But I won't say this out loud.
Oh.
I'm getting to the point where I can kind of assume that they've met.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Adrian or Cliff, what do you do confronted with this sort of laid back Sabriel?
I'm gonna hand the pipe up to Adrian because I've got one more use left.
Mm-hmm. I will shrug and take it.
All right. Okay. So between all of the smoke and haze and passing of the pipe that's been happening, Sabriel will have a +2 to either of you on parlay. For whatever the next parlay is.
Mm-hmm.
So
I assume she hasn't noticed the giant bundle on my back.
she's pretty woozy.
Okay.
Yeah, this is tough to roleplay because we're like spending a lot of time, and I don't know. Maybe what do you think our end goal here is this interaction? Do we want her to fall asleep?
I am more thinking if we can get some like information on how to get deeper into the dungeon without...
That's your territory.
Yeah. I don't want to ask point blank, so where's Vecca hanging out these days? That just seems a bit rash.
Yeah. I haven't. Here's what I'll say. I have not offered a reason why we're here. That isn't to mess the place up.
Sorry.
I've just danced around that. So I could offer an excuse for us to be. Not that there would make sense.
Why are you guys here anyway? Sabriel will mutter to herself. You've got that staff. You destroyed that room, and something was missing. What was missing? Cliff, do you remember what was missing?
What was missing? From what?
I don't know.
I
Why
don't
are
know.
you guys here?
Well, I know I'm here for stuff like that room. I see why I'm feeling down. Adrian, why you're here mostly for, you know, Phoenix. I guess you don't. He's got his own kind of plan.
Well,
He's the one with that staff. We just kind of follow along.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had hoped to kind of catch up with Vecca at some point and Haven't seen her in a very long time.
There.
Just see how she's doing. You wouldn't happen to... Never mind. It's fine.
Oh gosh, my boss, she'll say, and peer around, sort of fearfully, and as that happens, the wind in the room itself will whisper so that all of you can hear it. Sabriel, what is taking so long? I felt someone portal in and out. I felt someone portal out of my place. What is going on up there?
I'll say, that sounds like peanuts. I don't know, gesture with my thumb out this way. You can, if you got stuff to do, you know, we won't be causing no trouble. Hey, I'll see you around though.
Hasty exit.
You guys hear the shuffling of robes and footsteps up those stairs that you guys were had found last session.
Yeah.
Sabriel,
Say to Sabriel, should we head out? That don't sound good.
We wouldn't want to be the cause of your
Hey.
stern talking to from your boss.
I'll gesture to her to put the mask back on. Just like
she does so. Yeah.
I'm gonna step over here
Yep.
and do a little wave.
Sabriel will.
I'm gonna leave my pipe with her. She's got the pipe. I'm not taking it back because I don't have any pipe left. So let's get another pipe.
Okay.
It's just funnier if she's still got the pipe when we leave.
All right. As you guys, Adrian, what are you doing? Are you also disappearing?
I'm kind of split, but yeah, I would follow Cliff back because I don't relish being caught at this point. It doesn't seem ideal.
Okay.
Here's the problem: we can't go.
Out of character, you guys do remember the world's gonna die if we don't get free.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to make sure the stakes were met.
I assume we'll have to go back down here. I guess in the meantime, we could check out what's up with this, because I know that's the same statue that's going to take us to the graveyard, but we haven't gotten it.
Mm-hmm. I did kind of want to crouch here and just see who was coming up the staircase, kind of out of sight, rather than just assuming it was the worst.
Right.
Okay. Adrian, make a wisdom defy danger to stay there and observe what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. You manage to crouch and not be seen at all. Okay. You witness the figure of Vecca herself coming up the stairs, seeing Sabriel there, and letting out a shriek of rage that she is so incompetent as to not have things in hand at this point. Sabriel will back away hastily, will mumble excuses, but Vecca will summon forth a hail of razor-sharp bone spears that will pierce Sabriel to this wall here.
Yeah.
Easy.
I'm not feeling too malicious at this point. But I will keep my cool and stay in the shadows. Shoot, what do I have? I feel like I could do something, but I don't think I can.
Cliff, from your perspective, you would have heard a screaming argument and a horrible shriek.
Don't like that.
Yep. What you got, Adrian?
Haste.
Oh. Phoenix, sure, you can portal back in. Why not? Make this situation as awesome as possible.
Yeah, Phoenix pretty much just steps out of Adrian's shadow, which is probably cast forward, straight into the...
Oh gosh, yeah.
I hear that and like, what's going on? What's going on?
Blink. Okay,
Alright, Phoenix, the bird masked figure has been pierced to the wall there, and a bone thin undead creature with glowing lanterns hovering behind its shoulders will be peering at your sudden appearance, Phoenix.
Okay. Link steps forward. Vecca, I assume. I'm assuming this does match the descriptions Adrian's given me before.
That would be her.
Oh, more adventurers! Yay! To swell my ranks of undead minions.
Yeah, I'm just going to stop you right there. I've had a very bad day. I'm not in the mood for this shit. Here, have a present.
What are you doing, Phoenix?
I just hold out my hand. Come on, big brave Vecca, you can handle taking this. One adventurer. Try it. Just holds out his hand, something in it. She brave enough?
She will mumble arcane words, and a hail of bone spears will.
While she's
shoot
busy
forward.
laughing, can I just shove what I have in my hand to her person, anywhere on her person?
What is it?
Well, first, can I do it?
What,
Because this is
what
a
does it look
normal
like?
plan, if it works. I'm guessing, you're busy laughing. You're not expecting somebody who's just standing in front of you with an open fist to just push it into you somewhere. So if Phoenix can manage that much, he does so. Hey, Vecca, congrats. Must be nice coming back to life. I've shoved in a Phoenix fella.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Lich have to be part dead. if they're brought back to life, they're no longer part dead. They're no longer a lich.
Is this person alive? Well, I mean, that may be the wrong question.
She's a vampire, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
She didn't get hit by a wooden stake or sunlight, so presumably.
She's in pain, but she still seems to be clawing at the bone spears that are piercing her through. Phoenix, Vecca is going to back away if you come towards her. She's not going to trust you getting close enough to touch her.
Wasn't she busy laughing though? And I had already stepped up to her and
Like
held
an
her hand.
ancient lich.
Yeah, is she really terrified of a single elf adventurer? This seems way out of character, just because you now know.
I guess that's fair.
Gonna have.
I meant, like, isn't she a little smarter than that? But maybe. Probably hasn't laughed in a
I mean,
while.
for crying out loud, I have a bouncy sword.
This is true. I almost feel like an aid.
I mean, some kind of roll could work for
Yeah.
that. Right? Like some kind of move to try and put the thing on her.
Okay.
Because it seems like
Alright.
we're in disagreement as to whether it could just happen or just not.
Yeah.
Moved here.
Let's do a roll, Phoenix.
Okay.
Uh,
Can I argue that I was basically goading her into letting me challenge? Basically, I was challenging her authority and trying to manipulate her. So that's reasonable.
sure. That makes sense. So
14.
And here I was all prepped to like distract by casting mirror image.
oh man. Okay.
Yeah, Phoenix is on the warpath at this point. Too many friends have died today.
Yep.
If it comes to it, he will just burn this entire room down.
The bloodless flesh of Vecca's arms and body will gain a little bit of color as your phoenix feather seeps into her flesh, Phoenix. Her hair will fill out, her eyes will come back and not just be like sparks of flame deep in her eye sockets. And she will be once again living.
Shit.
Wow.
Is she alive though? Like, what does that mean?
It means she's no longer a lich. It means she can be killed,
True.
basically. So, yeah. Presumably, whilst Vec is still shot, Phoenix will kind of take a step back, dust off his hands on his cloak. You cost me far too much to do, Vecca. You will not survive this. Your operation will not survive this. I will save the world. And when all is said and done, I will ascend to godhood. I will restore those I've lost, and they will live from you in eternity whilst you suffer in hell. Have a good one. And fire starts burning, it starts cackling around them, but he's not actually bringing it to bear yet. Adrian, Cliff, you don't want me to set everything here, including you, on fire? Help me bring this bitch down.
And
How would I?
I will make my way into the room. And I have no idea how she will react. But I'll say something like, "Ooh, you're looking well." A lot better than the last time I saw you.
Adrian. We could have made music for eternity, Adrian. Why are you joining up with these weak adventurers and destroying my plans to make an amazing realm of dark music. Why, Adrian?
I found I found light and life to be a little more palatable.
Plus, haven't you heard? This party doesn't do music. I'm a bard and I don't sing.
I'll look a little bit dejected at that, but yeah. I don't have anything to say, so we can move on. If you're waiting for my turn to come around.
Vecca will reach out a hand towards you, Phoenix, and once again a strong grip will grab your staff and attempt to yank it from your hands.
Okay. Guys, when I said help, I did mean actually help, not stand around like slack-jawed yokels. Get her other hand cut off.
Yep, and I bring down my halberd thing just as she reaches out.
Yeah. I'm going.
For what it's worth, and I know it isn't a rhyme or anything like that, but I think this is going to be more representative of the fact that Phoenix isn't in a state to rhyme. Can I roll arcane arts to just empower the speech and the order? I mean, I can come up with a rhyme if you really, really need me to have a rhyme for this one, but I like the idea that Phoenix is just beyond it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are you trying to have your arch do?
Augment damage.
Okay.
Really.
Yep. Go for it.
Just the usual stuff. Okay.
Excellent.
I will go with plus 3d4 damage, and next time someone successfully hits the target with aid, they get +2 instead of 1. I assume nobody's hurt at the minute. Yeah, nobody's hurt. So, yeah. Go nuts, guys.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna look over at Sabriel here and say, probably stay there. And then I'll turn around and circle around this way, and there's a bear over here now. I think that because all my my clothes are that kind of ruddy brown color that it just for a moment looks like a lump of that kind of fabric, and realize, oh, it's bear.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Adrian, you are... Man.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, what's... Adrian, your staff is going to swing forward, empowered by Phoenix's Phoenix fire, and it is going to come up short against a shield that flickers in place.
Mm-hmm.
The shield is going to dissipate that glow from around your halberd,
Mm-hmm.
and the lanterns at the back of Vecca are going to dim a little bit. Meanwhile, Phoenix, there's another strong tug on your staff as Vecca's concentration is not broken yet.
All right.
Okay.
It really feels like it's going to be ripped from your hands unless you try to hang on to it, Phoenix.
I have a question. Is she holding a hand out towards it to try and like pull it?
Yes.
I'm gonna use a hold to chomp.
Okay.
How's that work?
Boy. Okay, Cliff.
I probably wouldn't have time to say it. I already tried the wrist.
Oh, right.
But it did have some effect from before.
It did.
So,
Hopefully at
that
least
is something.
distract from that.
How dim are the lanterns? Would you say like another hit would break through it, or did we all see that effect?
So I'm not necessarily trying to dismember. I'm just like grabbing the arm and shaking, pulling.
Right.
Zoom
Yeah. Okay. So the lanterns look like they've dimmed by a third. Phoenix. I'm sorry, Cliff. You are actually able to just spending a hold to connect and bite down on that wrist, and it is enough to let Phoenix jerk the staff back from whatever spell or ability this is that Vecca is trying to conjure. However, now that Cliff, you are directly close to Vecca,
Yes.
and she looks very pissed. So, what do you do?
So I'm holding on to the arm. So I didn't do any damage, right?
No.
I'm going to attempt to do damage now by shaking the hand. I can spend a hold for that, or
Okay. No, let's consider that a hack and slash.
okay. Not going good, but let's get rid of it. Stop putting my stuff attack slash.
Okay. Does anybody want to aid or interfere with that?
Yeah,
Makes
I'll
sense.
aid.
Okay.
I mean, it unless you get plus
Yeah.
2 or something.
You would get
You
plus
do
2.
get plus 2.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
The almighty powers of the. I assumed that part was. Well, actually, I should probably ask first. What was that part also extinguished by the lanterns, or?
No. Whatever Cliff is doing doesn't seem to be affected by the lamp.
Okay. Then, yep, aid or interfere. Let me check bonds, but I would be surprised if I have enough.
Oof.
Well, I think you only have one. And I have one, but I don't think.
Yeah, no, just the one. Unless Adrian aids the aid, but I don't think it works that way. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Adrian, are you aiding interfering?
I'm trying to come up with a reason to. I mean, I obviously have a reason to, but I'm trying to come up with like some method of it. Yeah.
You could just swing your halberds. The
True.
extra strike would just distract her.
Yeah.
It's not like it needs to be crazy elaborate.
Yeah, I can try that. I'm gonna actually swing at her lantern, see if I can just sever them right beneath the.
That's a good idea. Just...
Wow.
Not today.
I guess not.
Okay.
Well, on the plus side, you're still doing your normal damage.
Yeah, let me roll.
Okay. All right. So Cliff, you can roll damage on Vecca.
Wee.
Okay. All right. Okay. Damage is 3. Okay. Vecca, what do you want to do? Do you want to like break her hand off?
If I guess so. If that's possible, yeah.
With
I didn't
3
know that was-
damage, I'm gonna say that as you're tugging, she kind of like pulls with her other hand and and kind of rips it out of your mouth. So her hand is still attached, but it's very kind of bloody and mangled at the moment.
Have you seen Ad Astra? There's a messed up hand in Ad Astra.
Yeah. I don't think 3 damage is going to hinder her all that much.
No, it may be a shocking factor because how long has it been since she bled? But I agree, it shouldn't really be a hindrance. 3 is way too weak. But if you consider it's probably been 1,000 years since she's actually bled blood, there may be some kind of shock that gives us a chance to keep the momentum going. But it's entirely up to you for that one, Sean. I would not be upset if you just said, nah, 3's too much.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm gonna say that the shock is +1 forward to whatever your next attack against Vecca is.
Whatever my next or whatever our.
What's that?
My next or our next?
Any one person's next move against Vecca. However, since Adrian failed and Phoenix failed and Cliff, you are under retaliation for that damage. I'm going to say that Vecca is going to summon up a variant of a fireball, but it is black as the flames of hell, and it rushes out towards you guys and does 7 damage to all of you, cutting through armor.
What about magic armor?
Magic armor. Interesting. Adrian's magical shielding would affect it, but not
Not an adamantine shield.
Not adamantium, no.
The bear form will. It's taking up a lot of everyone's vision. Like everyone can, half of everyone's like field of view is bear. They're looking over in this corner, and that sort of blur of brown falls away as you realize it's feathers. As a big golden eagle is now flapping violently in Vecca's face. One hold to transform into a eagle. Turning into a golden eagle, and I'd like to spend 1 hold to escape to the air. There's not much air here, but can I use that to come around here, around this statue?
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
That's my last hold, and so I'm a halfling once I'm back here.
And perched on top of the statue. Okay, great.
Behind it.
Phoenix, Adrian, what are you guys doing? Having just been blasted by this black flames.
There's feathers everywhere over here.
Did the black flames scorch the Sabriel's bindings, for lack of a better word?
Interesting. The bones are slowly burning with these black flames. Yeah.
Okay. Then Phoenix is going to turn towards her. The boss is here. Now is the time for freedom. You can set you free, or you can burn here as a heathen. Fight with us now. This witch must bow. And just kind of gestures his own hand towards her in the exact same motion that Vecca did, and just kind of tugs.
I'm gonna poke my head out here at Sabriel, and if there's any kind of move going on here, I'm back. Help.
Yeah, it was a move.
Yeah.
Well, it will depend actually. Are they likely to be convinced at all, given the situation? In which case, I'd like to just convince them. If not, I'm absolutely just using magical brainwashing to make them do it. Because I remember you said there was a big boost to parlay going on, so if anyone can take advantage of that.
Not from you, but perhaps from me. Because you weren't smoking with us. You had your... I mean, you were kind of smoking in it, but yeah.
Yeah, drunken hay.
Yeah, I'll shout from here. It doesn't matter. Just go. You're not going to change anything here. I don't know. Just perhaps a hint of pessimism.
Wow.
Yes, either way, it'd be charisma for me, so I'll just make the roll and we can work out what the result would be. Is that fair?
And can I attempt to aid with what I said?
Yeah. Wow.
Plus bonds, 12.
Okay. Goodness.
No, sorry, it doesn't. I can't be the target of the bard effect, so it's only plus 10. It's only 10, sorry.
What? No, but I mean, I get a +1 to bonds.
Oh, right, apologies.
Oh.
Okay. Boy. Okay. Sabriel will pull the remaining bone spears from her body, and emerge from the forest of bones sticking out of the wall, and will peer over at Vecca, and say that she will not fight against Vecca with these adventurers, but she won't help Vecca either at the moment. If Vecca can return to her lichdom form, then Sabriel is willing to come back under her service. But at the moment, she is merely a human elf once again, and she only does serve the very powerful and the very motivated. So Sabriel will fade into dark mist and wind her way up the corridor and away.
Okay.
Phoenix, were you trying to do the magical brainwashing?
Yeah, up to 11.
Okay.
But I'll trigger the move here. Obviously, it's not a roll.
Brainwashing. I'm kind of trying to think ahead. If she does escape, it would be nice to have like an ethereal tether on her, so we can find her again.
Okay. Well, Phoenix, with your original roll, that was a 9, right?
Yeah, with the aid, it was up to a 10.
Awesome.
I thought you were just convincing.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, then
She can still fade immediately afterwards, probably with, glaring at Phoenix. But for the first one, it would be because it's not a permanent effect or anything. It's one attack, and then they can do whatever they want.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, in this days of your suggestion, Phoenix, Sabriel is going to turn into mist, wind around behind Vecca here, poof back into her vampire form, and at risk to herself, grab those 2 lanterns and tug them away. They will clatter down the stairs. Sabriel will blink a moment, realize what she did, and gasp in surprise and shock, and then turn back into mist and run down there. No. She got fatter.
In my defense, Cliff, Felix mutters, she did say she will only obey the powerful and the determined. And I am both right now.
That's right.
But Adrian, Cliff, she's vulnerable. Let's get her.
Yep. And Adrian will...
In fact, I might be... If we're both in cover, you can fireball away.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm kind of contemplating it. I will look back to Cliff
hiding. I'm
to make sure he's like out of reach, and I'm going to cast fireball.
Yeah, I've seen this fireball happen once or twice.
Yeah.
Get back in.
Oh, come on. Yay, finally. Good.
Getting my throwing knives ready.
Do you have... Well, does Adrian have, any... Do you have the thing that doubles the power if you get a 12?
That is a...
Yes, you do.
Yeah, that's the demote to 7 to 9 to increase the power.
No, there was like a move where if you get 12, it gets insanely powerful.
Let me look at this. Let me look
That is.
Yeah, that's what it is. You get to pick off the 7 to 9 list, and...
Ethereal to other counterspell found to...
No, as I said, you can do that for any 10 and up.
Oh.
There's a specific... Give me a second, I'll copy and paste it over. I've got the playbooks open.
The default move, Phoenix, doesn't have the demote 7 through 9 in it.
Right, okay.
Here we go.
So we just included it in the
I feel like there's a 14 and up. Maybe not. Maybe it's 12 and up.
Powered. Where is the... Okay, I'm gonna just copy this.
I know what it is. The greater empowered magic lets you do it for free if it's 12 and up. That's what...
Yeah, I only...
Bell I was thinking of, guys. That's...
Yeah, I've only got empowered, not super duper empowered yet. But I do have empowered, which means I could just double it.
For the example there, that was...
Okay.
Oh, my headphones are unplugged. I haven't heard anything of keyboards talk. Not since...
So you want to double the effect or maximize it? Or
I'll double it.
I wonder why everything...
Mostly because I'm like shooting at point blank range. I don't need to encompass any more area, so I'd rather just double the damage.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misread that. You can maximize the effect, which in this case is maximizing the damage.
Oh.
Or double the targets.
That's right. Maximize the effect. That would make more sense.
Okay.
And that is a nice high.
Maximize the effect.
Well, it's 12.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that right? Wait. Yes. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I didn't realize 2d6 also counted as damage. Okay.
Okay.
How badly injured is Adrian actually, out of curiosity?
I'm just above half. I'm just above half right now.
Okay.
I'm at 9 out of 15.
Move will be there.
So yeah, I unleashed this fireball at Vecca, and I would say something like, I've been trying to think of like a witty line, but it would be more like, I tried your way for a little while, but it wasn't going anywhere.
Sorry, we burned our bridges long ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that works better.
Uh, the fireball will envelope Vecca and splash against the statue there, narrowly missing Cliff. Phoenix is fireproof. You will hear the sizzle of flesh as Vecca starts to cook in that inferno. Ba, 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 ba. And
So if that's done, I'll carefully poke around, see what's happening now. She's still swinging. So,
the black smoke will still be trailing from Vecca, and she will give a sneer. It's been ages since I've been quite so contested, she will say, and the black smoke still hanging in the air will wreath itself into the shape of an enormous black dragon that she summons.
Cool.
Enormous. It's enormous.
I'm gonna take a minute to hang out with that dragon.
Oh god.
Get... Someday.
Behold Caterpillius, the dragon of the end!
Back here panting. Get out my throwing daggers and fumble around with it for a little bit. I'll wait to throw it for someone else.
Phoenix or Cliff, what are you doing as this dragon materializes and Vecca laughs menacingly?
I actually was busy typing that before the dragon appeared, and now I'm in two minds, because honestly I think if I got the dragon to eat her, that would be hilarious. And Adrian does have to wait a turn for her actions. Oh, I don't know. I was all prepared to nobly just get slaughtered by whatever her attack is, but getting eaten by a dragon sounds funny.
Phoenix, are you sacrificing your life?
I preparing to. I didn't necessarily mean it was guaranteed, but like, he was aware that there was a good chance that someone needed to die to bring down Vecca.
Yeah, I'm not gonna reinitiate the fight because I'm terrified over here. But I am getting ready to. I'm getting ready to throw a dagger once things get started again.
But I guess bardic lore to ask the question about the dragon of the end times. Is it still susceptible to my bardic magic? Because honestly, I imagine something that powerful would just laugh.
You're guessing probably not, Phoenix.
Yeah. Then he continues to say the what I said before. So in a second I'll read it. It's going to be suitably dramatic, and if it comes to be passed, it comes to pass. Adrian, he says this as he's kind of walking past towards the dragon, like drawing his ridiculous rubber ducky sword. Squeak, squeak. So its attention is focused entirely on him because it's distracting. That's its tag. Squeak, squeak. Kind of slings off the adamantium shield and just walks towards it for all like he's about going into battle.
The dragon is going to breathe a huge column of green flame at you, Phoenix. What do you do?
Okay. I continue to say the words I was going to say, I guess.
Okay.
If it hits me, it hits me.
Okay.
Plus, it's flame, so I'm not too worried.
Okay, Phoenix.
7 damage again.
Yep. Eating through your...
Anything apply? Like, does my shield apply fire resistance, or just straight up some damage? Again, fine if it's...
Your shield could block it. So...
Okay.
Yeah. Adrian, Cliff, the situation is spiraling out of control.
Not. Oh.
And yeah, that was why I got hit, I'm guessing.
Alright, Cliff, throwing one of your daggers here. What among the half-miss options do you want to do? Oh no.
Heal Adrian 15.
Man.
Oh wow, that's like
Man.
That's why I reckon I might die, but I'm fairly confident I can keep the others alive.
All right.
Just long enough.
All right. Damage on next attack 3d4 plus 2. All right. The dragon is our primary target at this point, or can I still aim at Vecca?
You can still aim at Vecca.
Yeah, I was going to say the spell was all about killing Vecca.
Yeah,
regardless of
exactly.
cost.
Exactly. Does the fireball seem to have done any damage to her? Like actual damage?
Yes.
Because that was a nice big fireball, and I'm surprised she was laughing in my face over it. But,
Especially as a normal mortal human.
right.
But the fireball could probably still hit both the dragon and her now that they're standing next to each other. Because it's a multiple target thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. And I'm thinking about it, and I really, really want to. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Another fireball. Nice.
Are you going to double the or maximize the damage?
Let's see if we need to.
And
You want me to roll the extra 3d4 you need, or have you got it?
No, I've got it. I've just got to find the button. Fireball. Let's not maximize it on this case. 4 plus 2, but add 10 to that. So 19 total. Cliff, I hope you're out of the way this time. Actually, I wonder if I could empower magic to, instead of maximizing the number of targets, minimizing the number of targets.
Phoenix, did you say you were walking towards the dragon?
Yeah. I was going into a big cinematic speech, but then he breathed fire on me and ruined my cinema.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were hidden behind the thingy.
He came out to throw a dagger at Vecca, but it only did 1 damage, so... okay, boy. The dragon is going to stretch a wing forward and shield Vecca as this fireball comes ramming in again with all of this power behind it.
Sean, I don't mean to be a pain about it, but mind the squeaky distraction. That was the tag for it, to keep its attention focused on me so we could get the Vecca shot in. I know it's ridiculous, but that's literally, that was a magic item I got with the sole purpose of it being distracting and really good at it.
That is true. That is true.
As I recall, I traded a Palantir for this squeaky toy.
Oh, you did, didn't you? Okay. Boy. The dragon vanishes back to its plane as the fireball hits it. Vecca will also be hit by the brunt of the attack and be
Fried elf, anyone? Or sent completely charcoaled, I guess.
I just realized that was.
What's that?
I just realized that was needed. It's fine. I didn't say anything too important.
Cliff, let's see.
So I did reduce my health by 10, but I don't know that too soon.
Okay. I think, Cliff, you if you reduce the health by 10, then yeah, you're out of the way somewhat. Unfortunately, Phoenix, you were also in that attack. If
Yep.
you were walking towards the dragon, so you do take what's half a 19?
It's like 9.
10, but it's fire.
9. Oh yes, right. It is fire. Okay.
I mean, I reduced it by 10 because of Adrian's fireball.
Yeah. Okay. Vecca crumbles to a charred skeleton.
Aw, I was gonna have one more thing up my sleeve if I needed to, but okay.
Well, you know what?
Phoenix goes over. Kick. That's for Rusty. Kick. That's for Snowball. Stab, stab, punch, smash, blast. That's for Silver. I know you had nothing to do with Silver, but I'm just pissed.
Oh man.
Goes over and gives. Oh,
I'm just shivering back here with holding my short sword, like in the corner, like ready to go. Just back here.
Kerry glances over at Cliff. Yeah, he's distracted. Nobody else is around to witness. Okay. Never speak of this to anyone. And he gives Adrian a quick hug. And then jumps back. Never say a word. This didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Adrian might just be like the classic black face and hair blown back, having looked into like the comic explosion. Look.
Right.
As in, like Sylvester the cat just had a bomb go off in his face, or something.
I'm gonna take 3 big breaths, and then like run out here with my short sword, and then it's coming to a halt. Like,
It's okay, Cliff. The big boys handle it.
I'll drop the sword and kind of go sit down.
Would I have taken damage from that as well? I don't remember if my fireball affects me as well as everybody else.
Adrian, I think you were slightly farther away than Phoenix and Cliff. Phoenix was literally like going up to distract the dragon. And I think like the splash damage was hit Cliff. But I think you were far enough away.
Okay. I'll take it, but it seems like if I was just blasting her in this room.
Mind, I was also in front of you.
Right.
Like I stepped in front to distract you, and so I basically got hit by a huge wave of fire.
Okay.
And I then I'm Natsu, who can't punch because I have no strength.
Yep.
So I look bad over here. Phoenix doesn't look great either, I guess. But I look
I've got
Yeah, this is probably the most injured Phoenix has ever been, Jen.
Yeah. I've got 1 antitoxin and that's it.
yeah, same.
Oh, I have enough bandages.
Yeah.
To heal myself.
Okay. Okay.
I tell you what, perhaps though, given we've kind of defeated the big bad here, guys, we rest. Not least because I need to grab Snowball's remains and come back.
Right.
Grab.
It's like 10 p.m. or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually should be running too, guys. So
Okay. I'm going to say that we rest, if it's all right with everyone, in the garden over here. Because I don't know if I'm going to want to rest in the charred room, or in the room with the giant statue, or in the room with the giant pit, or in the room with the...
Do we have a way to get past the statue, though?
We got past this one. This one's... Oh, we didn't do anything to disable that one, did we?
No, we didn't.
no.
Remember, it teleported us in. You turned into a chipmunk and snuck past it, but that was...
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hello? I'm actually gonna go to the movies. I'm gonna go see Joker.
Haha. I love this power.
Maybe we do the rest at the start of the next session. in case it involves breaking this statue.
Right.
I don't know. We can rest somewhere else. We can rest.
I mean, honestly, I can just heal you
Yeah.
and that. But I was more thinking, well, actually, Adrian, you didn't use up any spell slots, did you?
I think Adrian used like all of them.
I
did you?
sacrificed a few for defense, but that's about it. Counter spells
yeah,
and stuff.
rest probably seems pretty reasonable then.
Yeah.
But I can still, I probably would still use an arcane art to heal you.
Okay.
I might be able to start on a tattoo during the rest.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. I hadn't considered doing that during a rest, like on the go. I always thought of it as something to do back at the ship. But
Might be able to start on it at least.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh. Move. Can I? Maybe we want to go right away. If you're going to. But I was thinking about move for the snake. It
Yeah.
is your creature that you made, so you obviously like have specific things. Here, the issue I had, there's one move that I thought of that would be really cool, but I don't know how to make it not crazy. Like I want to make it reasonable, but it's hard. Hold on, let me see what I wrote down. Okay, so possible moves. Strike with surprising speed. That seems reasonable. It's a snake. I don't know if it's poisonous. That seems like a lot of things. But just like being able to move suddenly and quickly seemed like something that it did.
Mm-hmm.
Disappear in shadow also seemed kind of reasonable. Just like be extra stealthy in shadow to the point of it's like it shouldn't be like
Disappearing. Yeah.
yeah. And then the third one, this is the one that's a little crazy. Distort space. And I'll give some examples so you understand what I'm trying to get at, but I understand if it's a little too. So, examples. Descend a staircase only to arrive at the top. That one, obviously, directly what it did. But it probably had to create a lair. Spend time doing that. Second one, flee down a hallway as it becomes inexplicably longer for your pursuers. So, like, I'm slithering down a hallway that's reasonably short for me, but then as people run after me, it seems to like stretch out before them, and they take a little bit longer getting to me. Just like these like lesser distortions of space that are only momentary and are like a minor inconvenience at best. But again, it's hard to define and hard to limit, so it might just be too much.
No, I like that, and I was thinking about like a similar kind of thing that the snake could do.
Like the sort of lesser spatial shenanigans that happens in movies like The Matrix or Inception.
Mm-hmm.
Just like slithering, like I'm slithering down a hallway and then I slither up onto the wall and I slither up onto the ceiling, like that kind of thing. Or, I mean that's a very fine, but I don't know. Mainly like whatever, being able to go down a staircase and come back up at the top, you know, like that's something like that. Or someone chases me down the staircase and I don't know. It's a tough one to define, and maybe it shouldn't be defined. Maybe it's like I attempt to distort space. Maybe there should be a roll attached to it.
Yeah, I think it almost makes sense to have a roll attached
They
to.
don't usually work that way, but I guess they don't work anyway. Like the book doesn't actually say like what happens. It's pretty vague as it's considered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, animal form moves are sort of strangely vague as far as how they mechanically work, especially in these cases.
So we could work on a move that has like, I don't know, distort space.
Yeah, you could always do it as a spend hold to use custom move X, and custom move X is your space distortion based off of wisdom or intelligence or something. You'd be able to work with it for sure.
Or should it be that it's just I don't have to spend a hold to do it because it's a move? Like, should it be either a move or spend a hold? Or do you think it's reasonable that there are situations where I spend a whole...
Let's see.
Because a move carries
The
its own...
advantage of spending hold is that it doesn't have the option to fail, really.
What if the consequence for... No, I was going to say consequence for failure is losing a hold, but if I'm going to be distorting space, there's room for bad failures there that probably should be left in.
Yeah, I think it should be a roll of some sort, but I'll think about that over the 2-week break here.
Yeah. Here's an argument for not having to spend hold. I have created a custom move to sucking up more of the hold because I guess that's an argument for having to. We'll work.
Yeah.
Will we quickly go over end of session stuff?
Right.
Yeah, let's go over end of session stuff. Alright. Any bombs resolved?
At long last.
So, I don't want to... My bonds are... Oh, definitely, I have a rusty bond. That one.
Oh.
I'll think about that one, because I have to replace it. But I don't know what bond. So, Phoenix has shown me a secret right of the land. I sang him a river song about the, beauty of the river and the water and the river king and stuff like that. And then he kind of blew up a underground river. So, maybe that one.
Yup.
Problem here is I'm not going to be able to think of bonds to replace them with right away.
You've got time though. There's no.
Yeah. Should I mark the experience now and just put it? And Adrian, Spirit spoke to me of a great danger that follows Adrian. Well, guess what? It's bones now. So. Bonds gone, all clean, fresh start. 3 experience, 1, 2, 3.
Wow. I totally resolve the bond here as well, and that is I will absolutely play the she-devil of Phoenix's religion actually takes off. I think I have at this point.
Yeah. And I've been resolving the one about not trusting you any longer because you came through in a big way there.
Yep.
I'm also deleting off. I don't know if I count them as resolved because I just honestly hadn't got around to deleting them, but just deleting off the ones about Smaug and the and one for silver because obviously they should have been long since deleted from my character sheet. It's obviously there, so,
Experience for those, right? Oh well, maybe you can't because you're max level.
I do still need to get to the 17th to finish my character off, so I do still need the XP for that. Do you get XP for the bonds just if they're like that?
Anytime you resolve a bond, yeah, that is experience. Whether it is, whether it doesn't happen or whether it does happen, it just has to be resolved somehow.
Crap. Okay, this is probably my last session.
Phoenix, no, you're ascending.
I am ascending. To be fair, as far as last sessions go,
I mean, you did pull it out and
destroyed
say,
all my mortal,
let's make it
everything
work.
that tied me to the mortal plane, killed my friends, brutally destroyed an apocalyptic menace. I think it's fair to say that whether he's a PC or an NPC for the next session, he's going to go down there and make sure that the world is saved from this space station, because honestly, who's going to stop us now? We just slaughtered their leader. There's going to be a skeleton crew, pun intended, left behind. As far as at times to ascend, is there a better one than this?
Yeah, no. In fact, I was.
I mean, it's pretty damn epic.
I mean, I
Yeah.
was basically assuming you were right there, and it's like, okay, we can just, yeah.
I'm gonna mark experience for my alignment. Help something or someone to grow. I think we helped that vampire grow. For better or worse.
I would go with that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guess what? I think I'm gonna level up for the 4th time in 4 sessions.
Nice.
You can't do that.
He fails a lot of rolls in fairness, the poor guy. He deserves his levels.
Well, let's look at this. As a group mark experience, did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah.
We learned there was a dragon at the end times.
At times, I learned some stuff. I'm sure you got some books. I don't know. Yeah, sure.
I mean, overcoming a notable monster or enemy.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
It's like,
And there I am. 10 out of 10 experience.
And I'm at 17 out of 17. The saga of Phoenix is over.
And loot a memorable treasure. Did we do that? I don't know. We got Rusty in a
lanterns?
different form. We didn't loot those yet, though. They're like down the
I know,
stairs.
but realistically speaking, we have whatever the spoils of Vecca
Yeah.
are. I
we,
feel like
we'll
what they are
have-
because
I don't want to assume because we'll have them next session.
Yeah.
If we get
we leveled up the airship. We have a space station instead of an airship now.
what, are we just taking this place?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It just
It's
came to me.
kind
I'm
of
like,
blocking out the sun. We kind of need it destroyed, or at the very least,
you can move it away some distance.
Phoenix
it's
is
a space station. How do you plan on moving a space station?
There's got to be a wheel somewhere. Boffin can figure anything out.
Give me a bit large enough lever, and I will move the space station.
Right.
Is that what our comedian home said?
Phoenix's book is probably memorable a treasure to him, but I don't really care about it, so I don't know.
It would have been if I needed the. If I'd had another session to go off of, using the. What were they? Sorry, the books on the different realms would have been part of how I ascended. It might still be, but it won't. It won't be a memorable treasure for that reason because it's no longer. It's not going to be memorable beyond the fact that I'm going to instantly use it. Whereas it was a core part of what I needed if I hadn't immediately managed it this session.
I didn't mark experience for looting the short sword when I found it, right? Because it wasn't particularly memorable, but it is magic apparently. I can't do retroactive looting.
No.
Okay, because I didn't loot it this session. So
So
I don't know.
we've had about 7 experience this session. I
Yeah.
think we've done all right.
Yeah, I don't think we looted a memorable this time, but that's fine. On level 4. Hey, catching up.
Well, you'll be ahead of me for the next character.
Hey,
Hmm.
tables.
I'm
Alright,
gonna make something.
we'll play that ghoul in the graveyard.
No, you were going to be the kid on the island who turned cleric.
Yeah, I was going to be I'm not really sure anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a funny idea, but I do wonder how funny it will be 10 sessions in, as opposed to not fair.
Good thought. Good thought. Hmm.
You played a phoenix with a phoenix tail and phoenix powers. Phoenix.
I know, and I never expected any of that to happen as the best bit. He was just meant to be a bard who didn't like singing and just did puns and wordplay. And he did a lot of puns and wordplay. You might not realise this, Ian, because it got less and less punny as he lost more and more people in his life.
Right.
But damn it, there was a lot of puns at the start. I used to have
yeah.
so many lines and songs.
Oh, there was. Oh, there was.
Yeah, no, I've actually really liked Phoenix's arc from flamboyant, don't really care, doesn't matter. I talk down devils, I talk down nobles, I talk up armies of rebellion, all the way to, well, crap, I'm drinking away my sorrows and running away from an important fight where my friends, the few people left, might actually still die. Coming back and then saving the world. That's a good character art as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and Ascending to Godhead.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Minor footnote there.
I was planning on asking him at some point, "What's up with that staff?" But because I don't really.
Oh yeah, the staff comes with me. No one gets the staff.
Yeah, well, right. Yeah. You know what's up with it. I don't know anything. I just got here.
Do you out of character know what the deal was?
No, no clue.
Shit, man. You know this character who keeps being mentioned, Silver? He was another player character just before you joined. And
I figure.
He used a poison on Phoenix to make him think they were best friends. Which is hilarious because he was a rogue, so he thought we'd all be like judgmental of him. And he ended up wasting a charge of the poison to brainwash Phoenix and I think he was a really good friend, even though Phoenix was just already being friendly with him.
Right.
He just didn't trust my friendliness.
Right.
So a few things happened. We defeated this shape-shifting monster. Believe it or not, Adrian is actually a shapeshifter who changes into this monster thing.
Fucking hypocrite. I could have been making fun of you for being a monster that's pretending to be a human or an elf all this time.
Oh, the best bit is I have the power to control it. I could literally say Adrian slad form and she turns into a slad.
I was waiting to pull it out, but I'm like,
Wait, you or Adrian is a shape?
Me.
Adrian. I don't get stabbed. Are you kidding me? I don't get poisoned with weird parasitic fungal things. I run away like a good. But yeah, we basically killed the king of them. He had this staff. The trouble was, it was an incredibly evil and dangerous staff that the other player character touched and instantly died.
Shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like no save, just
failed
instantly burned to pieces.
Yeah.
There was a constitution roll to see.
Oh, sorry, there was a constitution roll. That's how I managed to pick it up and bend.
I'm guessing there was some context warning in terms of like.
Oh yeah,
dangerous
100%. It was a seriously messed up weapon that even had the Phoenix, who's my Patreon, and the
your patron
god figure backing away from it. We knew the stuff was dangerous. That's because me and Adrian were sitting talking. So what do we do if we're going to destroy it? And Silver just said, "I pick it up." We're like, "No, shit, you can't pick it up." So it was just that. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But yeah, and in his grief, Phoenix picks up the staff to destroy it and managed to overcome it. So he refuses to let anyone else touch the staff for obvious reasons of it being the thing that killed his friend, despite it being a psychotic monster of a staff. Keeps telling him to burn things. Bad stuff.
I saw this slab when I first got on here. That was what was up.
Yeah. That's one of the things I need to get actually after is figuring out what the heck it actually can do. Because it's basically just a quick shapeshift into a single form and then...
Were you a slad first?
No, it was like the slad poisoned me and then somebody convinced it to like... Somebody convinced someone to heal me halfway and then...
Basically, she turned into a slad, and I convinced the slad king, "Hey, I want we want the ability for Adrian to be able to control her impulses whilst the slad, and I want the ability to just control whether or not a slad turns into whatever it was before or back." We negotiated for something. I can't remember what we offered him, but we had some deal made that Adrian still be in control, even as a weird slad monster.
As you can imagine, I don't think the druid would be too judgmental about you being secretly
Probably not.
Yeah.
That was actually plan number 3 or 4 actually for dealing with Vecca. I was going to throw you know how that fang that I gave to or the claw I think it was that I gave to Silver from the slads that he was going to turn into knives to turn other people into slads. I was going to throw one of those at her and turn her into a slad. Anything to stop fighting a lich. Fighting liches are no fun.
Yes, they are.
I was thinking it was going to be a fairly uneventful session because we were doing a lot of stuff in the same room, but you brought the army to us, which was some good managing of us.
The wrath of God, as it were.
Yeah, we were probably gonna sit around smoking all day.
Right.
By the third time I asked you guys, okay, what are you gonna do with Sabriel? What
Just
you gonna
Sometimes,
smoke?
sometimes like railroading is good. It needs to happen sometimes, and not that that's what it was, but like I never say that. I never say railroading with a negative tone. It's like it needs to be. It's like a necessary tool for, or otherwise.
There's definitely a difference though between railroading and this is what a character would do, even if they're an NPC. Vecca would go and check on her second in command. Like, it'd be weirder, to be honest, if she didn't care. So yeah, to me that made perfect sense. But, wow.
It did for me as well. So I gotta look at moves. I'm gonna move during the.
All right.
All right, I'll talk to you guys next week. This was a good session.
Very
No, not next
I'll
week.
talk to
2
you in a
weeks.
month, actually.
2 weeks?
Well-
3. How many weeks?
I am.
Let me count.
13th is out. 20th is out.
27th.
I'm.
2 weeks.
I will probably not be here on the 27th. I've got.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah, this month. The rest of this month is a huge deal for me. Basically, my sister's getting
Alright.
married, so I've got to
Right.
dance around all that
Congratulations
stuff.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll fix
Yes.
a date, I guess, on Discord or.
I'll be on Discord talking about the moves that I'm thinking about.
Okay. Good.
If I have stuff like that, is that on roll? Is that roll 20 discussion?
Yeah. It can be anywhere, honestly. It's like,
Sure.
I'm not one of these Discord admins that's like, gotta have one channel for every little thing. I'm like,
I don't know what the other channels are.
just say words, that's all.
At everywhere Neo Tokyo.
Yeah, well, Neo Tokyo, the bot,
Hey.
the bot world.
Yes.
Oh, is that what that's about? Okay. I have never got that.
Yeah, no, it's a reference to some like music, cyberpunk artist who came out with this reference to like futuristic. Everybody's a robot now. So I figured I'll just put all my robot
Yeah, no, that makes
spam
sense.
in there.
All for a good thing. Sean, sorry, I know you have to go, but do you need me to write up anything for an epilogue or anything like that, or are you quite happy to handle it and sort out, or do you want me to claim for the last kind of sorting
No,
out
I mean,
the-
if you want to write some kind of an epilogue for Phoenix and work on the new character, that works for me.
Cool. Any limitations, stipulations in terms of classes, or?
No.
Okay, cool. I'll put some thought into it then, see what I come up with now.
Okay.
It won't be a charisma class because convincing people to do things was fun, but I definitely need to try something different.
something with a not -1 strength might be. Oh,
Actually, we do miss having a fighter. Oh, also, this is the first session Phoenix has killed something.
That is true.
Oh my gosh.
The first.
Yeah.
That's how good Phoenix was at talking. Genuinely, he never had to kill anyone because he could talk them into surrendering. And it didn't matter what it was. I did that to dragons, demons, spiders. I convinced everything to either surrender or just not fight me. The only person I've killed in the entire game is Snowball. I killed a cat. Oh no, technically I ate some flies, so I've never killed a person.
In a way, you killed Rusty, but not.
But Rusty wasn't alive. I deliberately
Good point.
So
Killed
technically,
lots and
actually-
lots and lots of fish and mushrooms.
Oh, that's awesome! I've not killed anything. I've only killed animals. Yes, yes. I went for an entire campaign without murder.
Oh my gosh.
A game about dungeon diving and never once killed.
What? All right, that's our cue to go. See ya.
All right, take care.
Bye for now.
All right. What to do? Did you not think he would just walk in and like convince you to kill Vecca immediately?
Let's see. I had. Oh man.
I mean,
that messed it up.
No. When he walked in and he was like all guns blazing, I'm like, yep, he's right on the edge of leveling. As soon as he levels and like finishes, yeah, he wants to go out with a bang. So I'm gonna help him go out with a bang, and I'll pull out all the stops if I can, if I need to. I'm like, man, I will open my demon eye and get my ritual place of power and everything if I have to.
Oh, that was.
I was fully expecting to go slod form like the anticlimactic end of Vecca. I walk up and slit her throat with my slod claw, and she turns into a slod. But no, that did not happen.
It was still good though.
Yeah,
a
full-out fireball was definitely a proper thing. All right.